LVMH reported a 9% drop in fashion and leather goods sales, its steepest decline in years, highlighting a deepening pressure across the luxury sector. Years of aggressive price hikes, post-pandemic overexpansion, and mass market strategies have triggered consumer fatigue. The pricing power that once fueled growth is now in retreat, with average price increase slowing to 3% in 2025. The downturn marks a reversal from the post-COVID boom, when stimulus-fueled demand pushed LVMH market cap to record highs. But as spending normalizes, the effects of over-logification and diluted brand equity are becoming clear. In response, Bernard Arnault is taking on an unusual role as a diplomatic negotiator, urging EU leaders to reach a deal with the US to avoid the 30% tariffs. With the sector-wide recovery now expected no earlier than late 2026, luxury brands face a tough reset. Rebuilding desirability will require more than marketing. It will demand restraint, creativity, and long-term vision. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel and welcome back to this video. In this video, we wanted to share with you how luxury is at crossroads at this moment. And we wanted to do a deep dive on LVMH slump, the price pushback, and Arnault's diplomatic gamble. The luxury slowdown just got very real. LVMH, that's the world's largest luxury group, reported a 9% drop in Q2 organic sales for its flagship fashion and leather goods division. This includes Louis Vuitton and Dior. This marks the steepest decline across any of the group's business units. Group-wide sales fell 4% and operating profits slid 15% in the first half of 2025. The numbers confirm what insiders have been quietly discussing for months. Years of price hikes and rapid expansion have hit a ceiling. Between 2019 and 2023, price increases accounted for nearly 80% of the luxury industry's growth. A Louis Vuitton Speedy bag has doubled in price. A Chanel large flap bag now retails at over 11,000 euros, more than 80% than its pre-pandemic price. But price fatigue has finally set in. In early 2025, prices rose just 3% on average, the lowest increase since 2019. UBS and Bain both interpret this as a strategic pivot. Brands are easing off aggressive pricing to defend volumes, win back aspirational customers, and hedge against the looming tariffs. From the pandemic boom to the post-subsidy hangover, it's worth remembering as to how we got here. The post-COVID era unleashed an extraordinary spending spree fueled by government stimulus, lockdown savings, and revenge shopping. LVMH, already dominant, became a market darling. By early 2023, its market cap surpassed 500 billion, briefly making it Europe's most valuable listed company, ahead of even energy and the tech giants. But that cycle is now reversing. As subsidies faded and inflation bit into discretionary spending, a more discerning customer emerged. Luxury's pandemic-era massification driven by aggressive logofication and a marketing-first, product-second mentality diluted the desirability. Many flagship products grew louder, not better. And as brands scaled too fast and leaned into ubiquity, they lost some of the quiet codes that once defined luxury. Rebuilding that trust is not going to be easy. Let's also turn our attention to the tariff threats and Bernard Arnault's high-stake diplomacy. Bernard Arnault is stepping into a rare role as corporate diplomat. With the US tariffs up to 30% on EU luxury goods looming, he's shuttling between European capitals and Washington, urging a deal while simultaneously announcing plans for another Louis Vuitton factory in Texas, LVMH's fourth US production site. It's a savvy hedge. Defend brand perception in Europe while de-risking exposure in US, which still accounts for a third of the group's sales. But it also signals something deeper. Luxury's global model, built on borderless demand, European craftsmanship, and scale, is under pressure. So what comes next? LVMH is investing in new leadership, rebalancing pricing strategies, and doubling down on brand experiences like Vuitton cruise ship store in Shanghai. But analysts now expect a recovery no earlier than late 2026. In closing, we'd like to say that the old playbook, raise prices, flood the market with monogram products, and scale endlessly, is no longer working. The next chapter will demand discipline, creativity, and restraint. The tide is going out, and we are about to find out who's still dressed for the part. That's all that we have for you in this video. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Do stay tuned in for more.